Gilder's law, I mentioned Moore's law earlier about the cost of computing power going down. Gilder's law says that bandwidth grows at least 3 times faster than computer power. That is, the cost of telecommunications is dropping at a rate faster than the rate that the cost of computers is going down. And I mentioned this at a conference in South Africa once, and a guy put up his hand and he says, "I'm sorry, Mr. McGrail, but in South Africa, the cost of telecommunications is going up, not down." And my response was, "No," I said, "that isn't true." I said, "the price might be going up, but if the cost of telecommunications is not dropping exponentially, then you should fire every single executive in the telephone company. It's too bad they didn't do it a few years ago with some other executives in other companies. But you should fire them because they don't know what they're doing. Because when you digitalize, the cost doesn't come down by 10% or 50% or 100%. We're talking about cost savings of 100,000%. The real cost of a 1-minute telephone call anywhere in the world is of the order of 0.0003 cents. That's the real cost, and that's, of course, the US cents, so that might be 4 cents Canadian. But 80% of that cost is the billing system. It's not the actual cost of transmission. So these are the real costs that we're talking about. We're talking about a world where basically you can forget the cost of telecommunications pretty well anywhere in the world, and unfortunately not to some parts of the developing world yet, but it could easily be resolved. We have a world where you just don't think about calling. In fact, now, who thinks about it? I have relations in England, Ireland, Australia. We phone all the time. We don't even think about it. It's like phoning across the street. In fact, my call to Ireland is cheaper than if I was in London and I used a landline and phoned them. I can phone from Canada cheaper than from London to another part of London. There's cheap information storage. There's millions of times more storage capacity, and it's virtually at no cost. That is, it's not an issue for us. A few years ago, we were worried about, storage capacity and, where are we going to put things, and you had to reserve storage space. Now, there's no reason at all why you need to reserve storage space. And if your IT people are telling you otherwise, they're not telling you the truth. There's no reason at all why you can't have all the storage space that you need. And if they're telling you different, and I know in some universities they are, they're not telling you the truth. They're not being honest with you. Because we're moving to a world with cloud computing, with network storage. That is, you can store things out there on the internet. And this is becoming more and more the trend. With Google, for example, you can use all Google applications, and you don't have to download them to your computer. You just go on the web and you can use them on the web. And this is what cloud computing is. And you move from network storage to cloud computing with applications. The benefits of them is with cloud computing, you access the cloud. It's ubiquitous from anywhere. As long as you can get your internet connection, you can access it. Brings cost savings. You don't have to buy applications to put on your device. It's elastic and scalable. On your device, you only have so much memory. You don't need to use that memory. You can use all the memory that's in the cloud, which is infinite. It reduces the barriers to entry. You can use a very least powerful device to access the cloud. And it enables rapid growth. So as, for example, an institution, rather than investing in in a huge IT shop. They can just go to the cloud and use all the things that are out there. And I noticed this was the plan of they opened an open university in Spain. Where was it? Where do they make the oranges? Valencia. It was in Valencia, the Open University of Valencia, and they're basically, they're going with no IT department. Their whole university is on the cloud. Very interesting. They have no responsibility for the IT. That will all be taken care of, and they're just interested now in what formerly universities were only interested in, teaching and learning, and leaving the IT stuff out there. And this is a very interesting development because it's happening now.